when Donald Trump talks about judgment, what was his position on who would have been the best negotiator to deal with Iran? It wasn't a Republican. It was Hillary Clinton. That's what you believe. I mean, the lack of judgment and the lack of understanding about how the world works is really dangerous in this kind of time that we're saying. So is that the judgment that you bring to the table, that Hillary Clinton is a great negotiator, that she could bring about a better deal with Iran?
And your brother's administration gave us Barack Obama because it was such a disaster those last 3 months that Abraham Lincoln couldn't have been elected.
You know what? As it relates to my brother, there's one thing I know for sure. He kept us safe.
All right, now our Jonathon Mann tracks U.S. politics for us, and longtime viewers will know he's the host of Political Man, a show I like every election season. Joins us now to talk about what really was a showdown between Donald Trump and everybody else.
It really is that. The campaign so far is emerging as a rivalry between established political figures on one side and outsiders who are suddenly entering politics. And the outsiders are doing a whole lot better. On the stage in Simi Valley, Donald Trump, of course, neurosurgeon Ben Carson, hardly a household name, and businesswoman Carly Fiorina, all capturing the attention of the American public. But the single most dramatic rivalry is between former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, whose campaign has been faltering, and Trump, whose campaign has been astonishingly successful. The two men seem to have some bad blood. It's personal. Trump has derided Bush for his personal manner as low energy, and they do have some history. Donald Trump was once a supporter of Jeb Bush's and hoped that Jeb Bush, as governor of Florida, would legalize casino gambling there.
He wanted casino gambling in Florida.
I didn't want
Yes, you did.
Totally false.
You wanted it, and you didn't get it because I was
it.
opposed to casino gambling before, during, and after. And that's not, I'm not going to be bought by anybody.
I promise, if I wanted it, I would have gotten it.
No way, Ben.
Believe me.
Nope.
I know my people.
Not even possible.
I know my people.
You got, according to your to what you said on one of the talk shows, you got Hillary Clinton to go to your wedding because you gave her money. True. Maybe it works for Hillary Clinton. It doesn't work for anybody on this stage.
I was a businessman. I got along with Clinton. I got along with everybody. Yeah. That was my job, to get along with people.
But the simple fact is,
excuse me, 1 second.
No.
I didn't want to.
Jeff, Donald, you cannot take
more energy tonight. I like that. Look,
I was asked the question.
I didn't want. It was my obligation as a businessman, to my family, to my company, to my employees, to get along with all politicians. I got along with all of them, and I did a damn good job in doing it.
Now, the facts about that casino debate are this. In 1997, Trump did host a $500 ticket fundraiser boosting Bush's gubernatorial campaign. The next year, as Bush continued to campaign for governor, Trump donated $50,000 to the Florida Republican Party. But no casino. Bush was fighting them every step of the way, and maybe some hard feelings as well.
And there were, of course, some other notable exchanges from someone who wasn't in the primetime debate last time. Tell us about her.
Carly Fiorina, businesswoman extraordinaire, a woman who's really a pioneer in getting women into the top ranks of U.S. business. She was among the also-rans last time, but she's been very articulate, very forceful, and she's attacked Trump before. He responded by calling her ugly. So ugly, he suggested she's unelectable as president. Then he backtracked and said, well, he meant her persona when he said ugly, not her personal appearance. Well, tonight she responded. Had she heard what Trump said?
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
I think she's got a beautiful face, and I think she's a beautiful woman.
If you're watching that, the icy stare on her side, the look on his side like, I have just been served. Snap, I've just been had. He knew what he was facing, but she really did very, very well tonight. A lot of pundits who are watching say she is the one who actually won tonight. Once again, considering she wasn't even in the main debate last time, now she made it with the big boys, forgive me for using that phrase, and she played the game hard, and I think she did really, really well.
And it appeared as if she had sharpened her elbows. You know, all of the candidates do a lot of preparation for these debates. They want to make points and make policy statements. But there's the wild factor, that unpredictable moment that the camera captured. On all those counts, Fiorina's the one that people online and people who watched feel more positive about. Donald Trump faltered, many feel.
She just seems to be a much faster thinker on her feet. His instincts seem to be, forgive me for saying this, whatever his strengths as a political figure, his instinct seems to be to go and say something nasty, something personal and nasty. She was coming up with, as you say, extraordinarily polished policy pronouncements, and it didn't seem rehearsed. It seemed like she just knew her facts, but also thinking on her feet. That remark when she was asked about had she heard, she said every woman had heard. Thinking on her feet, understated, but cut like a knife, and you could see in Donald Trump's face, no sense fighting this.
Such a classy response from her.
It was. She's fascinating to watch. One of the interesting things is, you know, this all may be distant politics, but these are, it's like a reality TV show. Donald Trump has emerged really as a big, overbearing character, but we're learning about the characters of these other people, and they're fascinating, very, very successful people, and it's fascinating to watch.
It has been incredible.
It's been great.
John, thanks a lot. We'll see you next hour.
You bet.